Hey everyone, it's Paul Clifford here, and I'm really, really excited because I've got on the other line a good friend of mine, Rob Jones. Rob, say hi.
Hey, good
And
morning.
yeah, Rob, look, thanks for sparing your time. I know you're really, really busy. Just for everyone's, just so everyone understands, I met Rob in New York uh, about a couple of months ago now, and we were at a conference together. And Rob was just telling me about this new software that he came up with, and I really, really wanted to record sort of a video of him demoing it because it's something that's completely unique. I mean, it's one of these things that you don't need to do any SEO, you don't need a list, you don't need really to do anything but just use this really simple technique, which is essentially like selling without selling. It's all about recommending something and using someone else's proof, or even their brand to endorse something, and it's really, really smart. And it's called TrustJacker. And I've asked Rob just to get on the line with me, so that we can just do sort of a demo of this. And I think as soon as you get it, it will click. And it's so effective to put into action, that anyone can go and do this, and they can you know literally install it and get it up and running in minutes. And well, we'll talk about it at the end, but people are making hundreds of dollars within hours of putting this into action. It's that straightforward, completely unique, and really, really excited to get you on the phone. So, Rob, what I thought we'd do, is maybe you could just sort of take the guys through it, and do sort of a demo, and just talk a bit about it so people can sort of understand the whole technology and the whole method behind it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, the technology is kind of designed so you don't have to worry about technology, ideally. Um, but the way that it works, maybe I should. The most powerful part about it is kind of like the psychological principles behind it. Like actually using it is very simple and straightforward, but it's understanding these psychological principles that make it so powerful. So um, generally, what happens when you get into internet marketing is you sign up for an affiliate program. Maybe you're trying to promote a product on how to, like how to train your dog or something. That's always the example they use. And so you go out and you find people that have a problem that needs solving, and you share your affiliate link with them, and you basically have to sell them on purchasing this product. And there's a lot that's involved there. Um, and it's hard to get started doing that, you know. And so most people, when they get started, it's they have trouble with that. I know I had a lot of trouble when I got started, and it's because nobody likes to be sold to, you know. So if I come up to somebody and I say, hey, buy this, that they're immediately going to have this gut reaction like, wait, why are you trying to sell me something?
Yeah, the
And
the
so
barriers go up straight away, don't they?
exactly. And so what we've what we've done here is we've figured out a way to kind of circumvent those barriers and piggyback on trusted authority sites, you know. And the way that I like to explain it is with the Oprah effect example. So a few years back, have you ever heard of acai berry? I mean, or acai, however you
Yeah,
say it.
yeah, yeah. I
I'm sure you
remember it.
have.
And there
Everybody's
was,
heard of it.
yeah, yeah. There was a massive phase of everyone was like promoting it everywhere as like the one thing that's going to give you everlasting life.
Yeah, it was huge. It was a big deal.
Yeah,
And you'd go into grocery stores, you'd see acai cleanses, you'd see all this stuff,
yeah,
and you'd see offers all over the place.
yeah,
Well, that originated from Oprah Winfrey. She talked about it with Dr. Oz on her show, and they talked about this new superfood. And the thing was, it's not like it's some new food or something. It's just a piece of fruit, you know. It's like a blueberry or something. Only this is not a acai berry. It's
yeah,
been around forever, you know. And but once Oprah mentioned it on her show, suddenly that credibility and that authority that she has, it just skyrocketed it. And you saw it everywhere, and all sorts of people made a ton of money promoting acai berry products, acai berry CPA offers and stuff. And so we wanted to kind of tap into that psychological principle where people will, if somebody's an authority in a niche like Oprah or really in any niche, if they just mention a product, or if e- even if they just mention it, like if they recommend it or if they endorse it, or even if they just mention it, it can have this kind of effect. And so we wanted to figure out a way to tap into that. And so what we've done is, oh, maybe I should just do a demo, and that'll be the
Yeah,
easiest
that'd
way.
be cool. That'd be cool. I
Um,
think people get it when they see it, you know.
yeah, yeah. So I like to explain a little bit of the background,
Mm.
but then so, all right. So what happens when you're on the internet is, just in your day-to-day life, you end up sharing stuff and discussing stuff that's just going on. I mean, it's just what happens. People are looking for information online. They're looking for entertainment, and you get on Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff, and people are always posting links to interesting articles and stuff. So right now, a topic that's really popular here in the U.S. is the presidential elections. And so I went on Google News and I found an article and I created a little link here. And I'll just use this one for an example. And so I copied and pasted the link into the software. So this is the link, and this is talking about how Obama's advisors called Romney's campaign built on lies. So Mitt
And
Romney.
Rob, so that's a link to that actual news site. Yeah.
Exactly. So this
Right.
is their content. So we've
Right.
linked to their content using the software.
Yeah.
Um, and something like this is sort of controversial. It's if you post this link on Facebook or Twitter or anything like that during the elections, it's a hot topic. It's really easy to drive traffic to it
Mm.
because people are already talking about it. They're already interested in it. But here's kind of the trick, and here's where we make the money. So people land on this page, and they have their in really, this anybody can understand this because you'll have elections in any country, even if you're not in the U.S. Um, People have their strong opinions, like for Obama or for Romney, or whoever the candidates are. But in this case, it's Obama and Romney. And when they go to leave the page, they go to close the page, and this pops up: who will be our next president? Answer, get a free iPad, voice your opinion here. So people in this instant, people have these really strong opinions over who's their favorite, and then it pops up with this little sign-up form that says voice your opinion here. And every time that somebody enters their name and their email here and votes and registers, I get paid I think it's $1.60 on this offer. So
Mm.
this is my CPA offer that's popping up over USA Today using this special link. And
Right.
so what we're kind of doing is we're kind of piggybacking on the credibility of USA Today, on somebody else's content, um, to make money because people are already in that mindset. They're already sort of. It's funny. We did a beta webinar, and we got in some top marketers, and we did this demonstration, and we I don't know, is this like a rated PG or rated G webinar? What am I like?
Yeah.
Am I allowed to curse? So we got
Yeah.
we got on this call with these guys, and their reaction was, we thought we should call it "oh shit" because that was the most common reaction that we got
Right.
from
But I can
people in the
imagine
for-profit space.
there was much more exotic swear words used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a simple example. I'll run you through a few examples just
So
to
so
show
the
you.
easiest way though, so that pop up, right? So the most of that pop up comes from the CPA network, yeah. So you've got a CPA account with someone like Neverblue or one of those networks,
Yeah.
and you like take that opt-in form or their form, and you just put that in that pop up, yeah.
Exactly, and there's a ton of CPA networks out there. This is a site called Offer Vault, which aggregates that stuff. So if you looked up presidential survey, I think would probably show a bunch of results. And my internet's a little slow, but you can see how many different offers there are. Here's one that pays $1.70. Here's one that's $1.60, $1.60. 90 cents, 85 cents, 80 cents. Usually the ones that are lower payouts are the ones that convert better. So
Yeah.
sometimes a lower payout one will make you more money, but you could play around with that. Um, you can find something in pretty much any niche. So you can search on sites like this, or you could go into the individual CPA networks. I like to use OfferVault, and here's a whole bunch of CPA networks. Um, but yeah, you could use Neverblue. Um, Purefly is real easy to get into. Max Bounty is real easy to get into. And there's just tons and tons of CPA networks out there with these offers. And just to show you, like I didn't really test this out, but let me see here. See, yeah, see, there's this offer. It's showing up on affiliatenetwork.com. It's also on. Here's another similar one on AdSend Media.
Yeah.
Can you see those pop-ups there where it's
Yeah.
asking? Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So no one, I guess that comes back to my point earlier that, you don't have to create this stuff. You don't have to create that
I
graphics
missed
or
that.
anything like that. It's literally a copy and paste, from the CPA network. You're using their ad and you're just putting it straight in. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I missed your point there. Yeah, yeah. You don't have to actually create any of this. You copy and paste the article link and you copy and paste the CPA affiliate link, and that's what you get. I'll run you through a few more examples. Let's see here. This is one that I was checking out. There's an article here. This one's kind of crazy. It's sort of unbelievable, but I'll show you. Netflix raising prices as much as 60%. This is an article that talks about how Netflix raised their prices and they didn't offer anything else, any additional benefits. All they did was raise their prices, and so he's kind of um, complaining about that. Everybody has Netflix, so they
Mm.
could probably relate to this. So you could share this article, you get some traction pretty easily. And what I found was there's an affiliate offer that actually Amazon is running because Amazon has a competing product they're trying to gain some headway with. And when you go to leave, lovefilm.com, an Amazon company, this is a free trial where you sign up for DVD rentals, online DVD rentals. It's kind of like a Netflix competitor. And believe it or not, this offer pays $26 per lead.
Wow.
So
That's huge.
Amazon's pushing really hard to compete in this space. So they're offering some really high commissions on this. So anybody who signs up, goes through the process here and signs up for the free trial, um, gets paid $26. So it's pretty insane. It's pretty powerful stuff if you can
Yeah.
put that in front of the right audience. Let's see if I've got a few others to check out. There's another strategy that I've been using that's kind of a little bit more advanced, um, but I'll just touch on this real quick. If you like, what you can do is for people who already promote offers like through affiliate links, this is a way you can make more money. So this is Truth About Abs, and I think you're probably familiar with it. Most people are. It's one of the top 10 ClickBank offers on all of ClickBank, so most people
Mm.
are pretty familiar with it. But the funny thing about this is there's no exit pop on this offer. So if people come to this page and they leave, and you didn't make a sale, then that's it. They're gone. So you can use TrustJacker and you could put pop-ups over other people's sites. So what I did, here's a pop-up here. One tip of a flat belly. This is a banner ad that was provided by the Diet Solution, which is a competing product on ClickBank, which has a different sales approach. And all I did was there's a visual editor built into the software, and I'll show you that in just a minute, where you can insert an image and make it a clickable link, just like you would in a WordPress page or post. So
Mm.
you can either copy and paste like a CPA offer or any other page that you want to show in the pop-up, or you can custom design your own. In this
Yeah.
one, I use the visual editor to insert an image. And when you click on that, it goes over to this video sales letter for another fat loss product. Let me close that before the audio starts. So you could kind of double up on a promotion too, which is a little bit more advanced technique.
Mm.
A lot of the people that are starting out will just use the sharing technique, but a lot of stuff that you can do with this. Very flexible. So I don't know. What do you think? Should I just take you through what goes into creating a link?
Yeah, just exactly. Yeah, if you just go through, what it takes to set up a campaign, so people can just see how
Okay.
straightforward it is.
Let me just grab one of these and I'll go into it. So you'll click the add campaign button and or link here, and it will show this page. And so what you do is all you do is you give it a name, and this is just for your own records. This doesn't display anywhere except for on that page as the list. Um, you give it a little like what do you call this? Like a tracking word that's going to show up in the URL. So this is what the link's going to look like that they share. It'll show
Right.
your site and then the little tracking word that you put in here. And you could do whatever you want there. Sometimes I'll copy um, whatever the article link is. I'll copy the end section of that, which is usually a long descriptive um, something or other. You can put that in there or whatever you want.
Mm.
Um, and then you find your article link and you copy it and you paste it in here. This is our USA Today article. So we copied it and pasted it in there. And then you go and you take your CPA offer link and you copy it and you paste it in here. And the only thing that you have to configure really is the dimensions of your pop-up and how you want it to display. So you can either have it show on exit like I just showed you, or you can make it be on page load, so it'll show immediately, or give it a delay. And the way that it works is if you choose a delay, it will be triggered either after the delay or when people try to exit. So those two actions will trigger it. So even if you have it on a delay and people try to leave the page before the delay arrives, they'll still see it. And then you hit the little preview button, and internet's usually a little bit slow while you're on a webinar, so you can preview it, and you can go back and tweak the dimensions if it doesn't look quite right, and preview it again. And once you're satisfied with how it looks, they got their own exit pop. Once you're satisfied with how it looks, you just click save. And so once it's saved, you've got your link. Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
And you go down. Now this is an older one that I created a while ago, so let me just go back down to it. Where is it? I lost it. Oh, here we go. Romney Lies, that's the one it's called. And then what you can do is you can click here. You can, right-click that and copy it, or Control-C or whatever, Command-C on a Mac.
Yeah.
And go share that wherever you would typically share. Or what you can do, which is even easier, is we included these quick share links. So let's say I want to share it on Facebook. If I share it on Facebook, I click that, and you see this Facebook pop up that I'm sure you're pretty familiar with. Now, we'll talk about the technology behind this real quick right now, and it's something that you don't have to think about. It just works. What would typically happen, since this is on your website, if you shared a link from your website like this on Facebook or something, this content would be pulled from your website. So it wouldn't show this stuff. It would show whatever was on your website. But we've configured the software, we've programmed it in a way that it will actually go and display to Facebook the stuff on USA Today. And you can see it grabs the title, it grabs the image, it grabs the description. And you can edit these if you want. You could change them, change the title, and you can add your own little description here. Like you can say, look what Obama said. I don't know. You're probably better at doing sort of viral traffic on Facebook. I imagine you could probably come up with a better headline than me, but
No,
I could say Obama.
trust me,
Obama
I'm not
called.
that creative.
Obama called Romney a liar. Get a little bit of controversy going. And then all I have to do is click the little share button, and it's shared. And I'll just run over to my Facebook page real quick here. To my profile. Look, there's you right there. And there it is. Obama called Romney a liar. You've got it right there. I set the settings so only I could see it because I've been demonstrating this a lot.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But but that's basically it. It's that simple. You know, if you want to share it on Facebook, you could take advantage of that. If you want to share it on Twitter, same deal. And we have, I think, what is it, 7 links?
So do you have to
Two.
like set up all your accounts in advance there?
Well, yeah, if you didn't have a Twitter account, you'd probably want to go create a Twitter account.
Yeah.
Um, if you didn't have any of these accounts, you don't necessarily have to share them on, like,
Mm.
I wouldn't even recommend sharing it on Facebook if you don't have any Facebook friends. You know, it doesn't make any sense to try and share it on Facebook if you don't have friends on Facebook. But what you could do is you could go find a conversation that's already going on and just kind of join in. You know, maybe you go find a forum where there's a hot topic and people are really getting into the whole um, debate on, and you just go and you say, hey, this is sort of interesting. Like, check out this article. Romney, Obama's advisor called Romney a liar, and it talks about it here over on this article.
Mm.
And you can just drive free traffic that way, even if you don't have any Twitter followers or Facebook followers, or you don't have a Facebook fan page or any of that kind of stuff. You know, so there's a lot of options. Some of our users have been using YouTube. They'll just upload a video to YouTube that just says, hey, this is an interesting topic. I just saw this article. It's talking about such and such, and here's the link.
Mm.
And you could create a video on YouTube in a matter of minutes. One of our users, he never made a dime online. He made his first $59 doing that, just posting YouTube videos. And now I think he's up to, last time I talked to him, which was probably a few weeks ago, he was up to $250. And
Wow, that's
he's
brilliant.
stoked because
And this is
he's
this is
he's
like,
unemployed.
yeah, yeah,
He's making his
yeah,
first money online, and all he's doing is just sharing these sort of links on YouTube.
yeah.
Um, Pretty powerful stuff. And what I like about it is it's so simple. It's not like there's not like a huge barrier to entry, and you can scale it up if you want. I mean, if you want to create like say you want to create a massive Facebook fan page and you want to push it, you can just keep promoting stuff without, you're selling without selling. You could post links on your Facebook fan page, and it's really easy if you just start a fan page in a topic that people are already passionate about. Like our friend Don Wilson, he's got a page that's like bulldogs, and he's got something like 500,000 people on his page. Just all he does is post pictures about bulldogs. you know, he's been using it. He said the first time he used it, and of course he's got a pretty big fan base. On his Facebook page, he said he made $1,600 running his first campaign.
Wow.
So it's definitely scalable. We've been playing around with paid traffic. If you want to go that route, we've been advertising on Plenty of Fish, and we're
Yeah,
sort of experimenting with that. I talked with the guys over there at Plenty of Fish, and they're all for it. They love the idea, and they're giving us tips. So we're going to kind of report that back to our members as soon as we have some
brilliant,
good yeah. So
brilliant.
it's one of those
And
things
so,
easy to get into.
and since you started, selling this, you've had some great testimonials coming straight back. Yeah, I mean, you mentioned that guy, who hasn't made any money online at all. And within a few hours, he started making some cash. Yeah,
Yeah, it blew
yeah,
my mind. I mean, we launched this, and we started getting testimonials within like a day. We'd already had people coming back saying, "I've already made money," and I've never really seen that before on a product, And we launched it, on a public forum, and it's like it's just people can come and see it and leave their comments, and you never see that. You never see people that come purchase a product, start making money right away, and come report back just within a day. And within a few days, we had a bunch of testimonials, and I can run through these for you.
yeah.
Um,
That'd be cool.
it's pretty crazy. This is all within the first couple days after we launched. So Nick Walsh said, "Rob, you've created a monster. I've been up for 18 hours on this. My God, man, it should be illegal. I feel like my neighbor parked his dump truck filled with gold bars in front of my house and left me to watch it while he has lunch." I thought that was pretty funny. And he says, "I've made nearly $200 in less than 24 hours. Take it off the market, please." Pat Johnson Said, got my first campaign up and running this morning. 6 hours later, I've made $120. Easiest money I've ever made. I'm loving this. Now time to scale this puppy. Um, Within 6 hours, he made his first $120. It's pretty nuts. These are people that took the software and just immediately took action with it and saw fast results. Um, Brett Jarvie said, I just had to come back and say, what's up with that? I hooked TJ up on a generic domain to a popular supplement relevant site, ran it through the quick share links, and bam, $150 in 20 minutes. This is deadly. Nothing I've seen before is this freaking cool. So that's cool. He made $150. Just it sounds like he had some sort of site or some sort of Twitter thing to share it through. He made a quick $150 just sharing a link. Pat, this is who I was talking about. This is a cool story. He sent me this email, and he says, Rob, personal note, I sincerely thank you. I recently lost my job, and I've been in this for 3 months, and I hesitated before I clicked on the purchase button, thinking this was another joke. But somehow I said, this is the last program I'm buying. This idea is never going to work. Well, today I made my first $59 ever, and I know it's nothing, but it meant a lot to me. So that was really cool. And Pat reported back that he was up to $250, and he was just doing YouTube videos, and he had I believe he had a just a little banner ad that directed people to a ClickBank product.
That's
So
just incredible.
very simple, man.
You know.
And some big name marketers got behind it. Bill McRae, um, Mick Moore, Mike Long from Bring the Fresh, uh, Matt Trainer, Keith Baxter. A lot of these guys have jumped right on board. They love the idea. They're using it and they endorse it.
I
David
mean,
King.
and that's great. I mean, it's great that you got the big marketers, behind it as well. But they already have lots of traffic, and I think,
Exactly.
I think
It's not
the
them that we
beauty.
made it for.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
it's
And I think it's the people. I mean, it's that guy Pat, who has never made any money online, and he just puts it into action because you see how easy it is,
yeah.
and straight away he's making money, and that's what I like. I think it's a completely unique idea, and I think it's very, very smart and
The
something that
takeaway
anyone
that I
can do.
get from the big marketers is that they're using it, they're scaling it up. You know that it's one of these things you can grow with. It's not just like a little gimmick that you can use one way. It's very flexible, very versatile, and you can just get started sharing links for free and making money, without paid traffic, without a list, without any of that stuff. These guys don't have big Twitter followings, big Facebook followings. They just got out there, found a place to post a link where people were already talking about something, and they just kind of jumped in the conversation. And the cool thing is that you're not selling anything. I mean, you're sharing interesting stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
you go up on Google News, or you go up on the Drudge Report, or just one of these sites that has a bunch of interesting articles. Get up on dig.com, see what's popular, and go find a really cool, interesting article. And you don't have to create any content. All you have to do is just keep an eye out, do a quick search on Google, and even if somebody else shares content and you see it and it's like, wow, that's a cool link, just if you pay attention, you can reshare it.
yeah,
You could go and you can make money just really quickly um, with copy paste simplicity. So it really comes down to just the smallest amount of creativity and just getting out there and doing it. you know
that's brilliant.
so
Well, that's fantastic, mate. I really appreciate you taking some time, showing us through it, because I think what really came across there is how easy it is to set up, and you can put that, anyone can put that into action straight away. And I think the fact that you've got like real newbies doing it, as well as you got the big name marketers jumping on it as well. I think it's an amazing product. So, so this is still, so you've got it on the market for a little while, haven't you? And you're taking it off. I know you mentioned that you're just keeping it open for a few more days.
yeah, we're not we don't have much longer at all. We're going to be pulling it down because we're going to be preparing for we're going to be raising the price and preparing for a big launch.
Yeah,
So right now we're kind of getting in the beta members who get a first look at it and kind of get a bit more than a bit more of our attention, I suppose, than we'll be able to give once it goes to a grander scale.
Brilliant.
So we're trying to really work with people and get as many testimonials, get as many success stories as possible, and that's kind of our main push right now is making as many of our members successful as possible. Um, because that's the most interesting part about this. I mean, you can get out there and you can make as much money as you want, but really it doesn't matter unless you're actually helping people. And
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean that's
And
where the
how,
real rewarding experience is.
Rob, how are you supporting people, when they sign up?
Well,
You got a
you
members
sign up and
area
you
or?
have there's a members area. There's a ton of videos. Um, we do have an option now. We kind of have limited bandwidth. Like my partner and I, we don't have enough time to just give everybody one-on-one um, coaching or anything like that. So we've created as many videos as we can to kind of give you some ideas if you're not sure how to drive traffic. And for people who need a little bit extra help, we also have an upgrade option to a mastermind where we do weekly webinars. We have 6 weeks of webinars scheduled, and we just did week 4. So we have a few more weeks left in the mastermind. All the sessions are recorded, and what we've done on the mastermind webinars is we've got some real big players in each individual industry to come and join us and share their knowledge. Like when we did the YouTube webinar, we got a gentleman who's driven over 15 million views on YouTube, and he just went and he shared everything. So
Wow.
I mean, YouTube's not that difficult to get started. You can just upload a video, but if you really want some insider stuff, he shared like some crazy, like he shared some stuff they just showed like they've just debuted like a week ago, where you
Wow.
can start, even if you don't have any YouTube traffic. He taught how to go find other people's YouTube traffic and kind of tap into it, and all these crazy shortcuts. And he showed an entire formula for pretty much ranking for any keyword on YouTube. Like, it's pretty insane. So if you
That's
want some
brilliant.
advanced training, if you're not sure how to drive traffic and you need more than the basic training that's included, I mean, we have some pretty decent training on the basic level. But for those people who want some advanced training, that stuff's there. Like when we did the CPA network training, um, we had a good friend of ours who owns a CPA network, and he got on there and he he just dug into all that stuff. So the mastermind, that's of course is an upsell. So full disclosure. Um,
Sure. Sure. Well,
and
it sounds amazing actually to get access to
there's one
those.
other thing I should probably mention is that
Yeah.
there's a Facebook group with the mastermind. So people who join the mastermind get
Okay.
access to the Facebook group, and we're on there. And so you get kind of one-on-one and
Okay.
peer help and all that stuff. But it's not necessary. You don't need it. Like all of these reviews, all these
Yeah.
testimonials came in after we launched, and it was before the mastermind had even started. So none of these people had the mastermind um, helping them. Now it's sort of like I want to stress that, like, you don't have to purchase the mastermind to be successful with
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pat
I
had
understand.
never made money online, and he did end up joining the mastermind, but he made his money before he joined it. And so I don't want people to feel pressured to join the mastermind if it's outside of their range or anything like that. But it's recommended if you want a little extra help, a little peer help, and a little help from us.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Well, listen, Rob, I really, really appreciate your time. I think it's fantastic. So for anyone watching this and wants to get in on this while it's still open, I know Rob's going to keep it open for a few more days anyway. There's a link below this video, and I suggest you jump on it. And obviously you don't need the upgrade, but from what you were saying, I think I might buy the upgrade myself actually, just to get access to some of the people you were talking about. That sounds really,
Yeah,
really
just so, I
interesting.
mean, everybody who's on this page,
Yeah,
all these
yeah,
experts, they were in our beta group, and they're all in the mastermind. Um, so, I mean, and all the other members, and we're in there, and people are sharing what's working, what's not working. Actually, probably one of the biggest benefits is that people who are just starting out are in there, and they're sharing what's working for them. And people who are having troubles are going in there and saying, hey, I ran into this issue. And others who have ran into the issue and figured it out are sharing what worked for them. And so, I could go and I could say, hey, this is what will work. But you know what? I've been doing this for a while. And sometimes it's better if you get like some input from somebody who's sort of on the same level as you, who can understand, who's not so removed from what it feels like to be like struggling. So I'm there to help. My partner's there to help. Um, and all of the other members are there to help. And it's really a cool dynamic. It's a very active group, and it's fairly small. There's only a few hundred people in there, so it's not overwhelming or anything like that. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if we'll be able to offer that Facebook group once we go to the big launch. I think it might be a bit too much for us to handle. So
Sure.
that might
I
be a
understand
limited
that.
time
All right.
opportunity.
Cool. All right, Rob. Listen, mate. I'll let you go. I know it's early for you, but it's getting late for me, and I can hear the kids in the background, so I think it's going to be carnage in a minute. So I think it's best for everyone around if I switch this mic off.
Cool.
But look, really, really appreciate your time, guys. The link's below. It's an awesome product, and a very straightforward and smart way to get some cash in. So I'll jump on it. Thanks again, Rob. Really appreciate that, and I'll
Yeah,
let you get on.
absolutely. All right, great, man. Have
Take
a good
care,
night.
mate.